What's wrong?
3, 2, 1.
All right. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Dead Air. I'm Brian Holtzman. This is Brian Redban to my left. He's going to be on the controls and making sure everybody's can be heard and everybody can be seen. And this is Zach Bogus to my right, and I've got two very exciting guests today. A comedian, very funny comedian from New York, Leonarda Jonie. Leonarda.
I love this.
Jonie.
He's only met me like 7 times.
He does it to people he knows for 7 years.
Yeah. And Jalen Thompson. Is that right?
Yep.
Wow. This is going to be. It won't be as uncomfortable as we. This is not the first. You're a couple, is that right?
Yes.
All right.
What are you trying to ask us? Huh, Brian? Just get to it.
How long have you been, Zach? How you doing? You okay?
Fantastic. Always happy to be here, Holtzman.
You got any? Everything okay, Brian? Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
No rain today.
No rain.
Holy
Nice
cow!
and
It's a
hot.
beautiful day. I searched for clouds for some time, and I didn't locate any clouds. Not a cloud in the sky. So. Wow. I guess we'll start with
Leandra.
Both of you haven't been on Dead Air before. This is episode 54, and we usually swear in our guests to make sure that everybody tells the truth. So,
I like it. I have both those books on top.
which one of these? The yellow pages, the Quran, or the New Testament, the Bible?
Let's go with the yellow pages. It's the most accurate. It's the most accurate out of all three that you've got.
Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God,
So
while you're
help
on
me
Dead
God.
Air?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So, how long have you two been, I guess, an item?
Going on 3 years now?
Yeah,
3 years.
It'll be 3 years in September.
We had,
But my mother thinks it's 1 year, so.
right. Yeah, I had a family member that was married a number of times and didn't want the other family members of another family to know the exact number of
Marriages
they
Got it.
had, if you can believe that. But that's even grown people have to keep things from grown people.
Yeah, I thought
It's
you were
just
going to say, I also had a family member that didn't like black people. I was like, all right.
No.
We're getting started now, Brian.
No, I was in the Air Force for 4.5 years, so I've seen black people before, you know. But so we also had, and this will smooth out right now. It's just the beginning. It's kind of awkward, you know. How long how did you travel out here?
You want to tackle it?
Yeah, we drove down.
Oh, not by horse, huh?
In
Not by horse. I know.
in the same car?
Yeah, same
Yeah,
car
same
with
car.
her little brother.
Wow.
Yeah, my brother was
Yeah.
he's 21, so.
Is he? I guess is he white?
No, we picked him up south of the border and brought him with us.
So anyway, we had Eric
Poston.
Eric Poston and his Mexican / Irish girlfriend. They were together a number of years. So this is not the first interracial couple that's been on Dead Air. So,
We're not
I think-
special.
well, you're very special because we didn't know if we were going to have another one. But I met you both, and I liked you both, and we met at one of the, I think the Vulcan Gas Company, or was it someplace?
Well,
no, at the Santa Cruz.
We met at Santa Cruz,
And,
and then we made you remember us again.
What is
At Vulcan.
Santa Cruz, another comedy club I don't know about? What is that?
It's a little theater.
It's a theater.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's cool. They do comedy. It's fun stuff.
Yeah, comedy
And,
and music events. They're doing a couple things the next couple months.
We actually got a show there on Sunday. Brian and I, and Derek Poston too.
You Brian, not me.
Yeah, Holtzman.
So they were on the show, and we were, it was uncomfortable in the beginning, not that I'm uncomfortable with it, but certainly it's, it's 2021, it's not 2050. Anyway, so
I don't even know what that means. Does anybody know what that means?
before I'll get back into this again. Are you ready to be sworn in?
Swear me in.
Jalen?
Jamal. That's Jalen.
Jalen.
Yeah.
And I see your hair is kind of pulled back. When I met you first, it was kind of.
That's how I like it to be. Like, just cover my face. Just.
Yeah, I was expecting that, hoping for that.
I can do it.
Yeah, let it all go out, because that'll really let our listeners see that
He's black.
That he is
right. You want everybody to. I think they got it, Brian.
Now there's no doubt in anybody's mind
I
that
know.
you are.
What are you trying to do? Give my mother a heart attack? Somebody's gonna clip this video and send it to her and go, not only is it a black guy, but it's a black guy.
I'm black, y'all.
Well, there's light skinned black guys, and then
Trust me, she knows that's not what she's dealing
and
with.
then there are different types. But do you want to be sworn in on the Quran, I guess, the Bible, and or the Yellow Pages for our atheist friends?
Let's do Yellow Pages.
Yellow Pages. Wow, we're getting a lot of Yellow Pages. I'm gonna have to find a smaller phone
Pages.
book, yeah, so I don't have to carry this around.
That's actually the smallest Yellow Pages I've ever seen. It's pretty funny
Yeah,
how
that is actually.
when we were younger, it was 20 of those put together.
Yeah. This is the real Yellow Pages, the original search engine. Yeah, but nobody's doing it anymore. Go ahead there, Jalen. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Or in this case, the Yellow Pages, while you're on dead air?
I swear to tell the truth, so help me God.
Thank you, sir.
Here we go.
I had a guy named Doug Williams on the show once, and he refused to swear into anything. He was very militant. Very militant.
And apparently a liar.
And
Doesn't want to tell the truth, huh?
I guess he didn't want to. He didn't want to get involved. So 3 years you've been together, huh?
3 years.
Yep.
Fun times.
Does your father, is he involved with white women as well?
No.
I know. I guess there's no
No,
way.
but my
way
father
to say
is.
That. Your father.
Lots of, all different kinds of women. That one.
So you met in New York City,
Yeah,
Yeah, she hired me.
I did. I hired him for a job.
and then you.
Let's just say he got it done.
So where were you originally from?
I was born in New York, then I got shipped to California to live with some family, then I moved over to Maryland, but I spent the majority of my time in Maryland and Jersey back and forth.
So how long were you in California on the West Coast?
I was in Cali for 3 or 4 years, I want to say. I really forget. That was a really young point in my life. A lot of abuse at the school I went to.
Abuse?
Yeah, they used to beat us in school.
Was it a parochial school?
Like real beat, not like white people beat.
Nah, it was a Nation of Islam school or Fruit of Islam school. So
Holy cow! We got a heck of a episode today. Has he been searched for weapons? He's not gonna blow this whole studio right up.
Wrong Muslim. Wrong
I can
Muslim.
see-
All right,
I can
that's
see
Arab
I
Muslim.
can see Brian's house under one of those tarps while they fix the hole in the roof.
I like white people.
No, so I'm
Everybody
glad you
feels
do. because-
Instantly less safe now.
No, I'm just a little bit nervous. That's all. So, Nation of Islam,
Yeah.
and what is that Farrakhan or is that the other one?
Farrakhan, yeah. Farrakhan, Master Farah Muhammad, all that stuff, yeah.
Are you still involved in that belief system?
No, I left that years ago, like back in 7th grade. I realized there was some racist shit with it, so I dipped, yeah.
And so you've left the Nation of Islam for the Yellow Pages.
Don't tell them.
So where are you originally from?
I'm Albanian. So I was born in Montenegro. Family moved here when I was 1. We grew up in the Bronx. I was also raised Muslim, but like the real Muslim, not Nation of Islam Muslim.
Right.
And then I also left that, not in 7th grade, a little later, because I realized they didn't really like women too much. So I was like, I gotta go. This is not for me.
So you became a comedian.
I did, where they like women less.
Yeah. Well, to have that what do they call it, a burqa?
Yeah, but I wasn't raised with that. Albanian Muslim is more, it's cultural. It's just like, you can, pretty much with Albanian Muslim, you can do anything except eat pork.
Right.
It's like, you fucked a couple of whores, you drank some whiskey, you did a few lines of coke. Did you eat bacon?
It's true.
That's the question.
A lot of people from the Middle East will vacation in Los Angeles during the hot summer months, and they just go nuts with the alcohol and the strippers, and they just really let themselves go. And then they go back and they have to, I guess,
Play nice
and not.
They never eat a bacon sandwich. So they're
BLT is like the best thing in the whole wide world. Do you like BLT, Jalen?
I use turkey bacon.
Can I call you Jay?
Yeah,
That one might be easy. Can I call you L?
No, it's Leonarda. Get with the program, Brian.
Okay.
Do you think I have an awesome name so people can go around calling me L? Hey, L.
It is a very original name. I've never been able to pronounce it and say it. So you've been together 3. What job did you hire him for in the get-go?
So I wrote a series, a comedy series, and I produced it.
A web series.
Yeah, a web series. And then I produced it, and I needed a sound guy. And my director said, hey, I got a great sound guy. So he brought him on, and I was like, well, that guy's hot. So.
And you were available at the time?
At the time when we met, no, actually.
That's right.
No.
I took him away.
Another white woman, or was this woman?
Coincidentally, I don't go for white women.
It was a coincidence, Brian.
It was a coincidence. I just happened to be with another white woman at the time when we met.
So you like white women? White women can't cook. You know that.
She can cook.
Is that an exception to the rule?
Correct, Brian.
Good for you.
Because
So you
I'm
got a white
Albanian
woman
white.
that actually knows what a kitchen is about and what to do inside it.
Yes. Paprika, pepper, garlic, all that shit. She does good. She
Dynamite.
does
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Good for you. So your trade or your specialty is, tell us, you're a freelance photographer?
Yeah, freelance photographer, video
Video
sound mixer
operator,
for
sound mixer.
sound mixer for film and television. I edit videos. That's me. That's my gist. Anything to do with film or photography, I can do.
You left out writer and publisher and literary agent. Very good. So you know all the gear, like all this stuff. Look at all this.
Yeah, I've been checking it out since we got
Is
here.
this something else? This is unbelievable. He can actually edit this whole podcast in real time and just this. He knows how to do it in real time. He doesn't have to go back and spend 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you met, you hired Jalen, and then you guys just hit it off. You were, I guess, available at the time as well.
Oh yeah, I had just broken up with this dude that one of
Was
the
he-
characters I
what-
wrote was based on him, and then I was like, yeah, I don't need you anymore. Let's go.
What's your web series called?
Swipe left.
Swipe left.
Swipe left the series for legal reasons.
Yes. Swipe left the series for legal reasons.
So you did.
Allegedly.
What was your favorite?
There you go. That's our trailer. Was that the old trailer? No, that's our trailer.
That's the trailer. Yeah. That's
Take
it.
a look at it.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad my marriage was?
Anything you want to contribute to this relationship?
I'm sorry, to this. What?
Never trust a man who takes selfies in his elevator.
I am not a pig, and I'm not a pig.
That is why it is an acting job for you.
You are emotionally unstable. You need to become cold and heartless and a slut.
I've been trying to do a character study, but I cannot find a drug dealer who will let me follow him around all day documenting everything he does.
Something smells really fishy around here, and it is not.
Still one in the middle.
To be smart, he doesn't have to be.
Janice.
Well, we found Brian's type. 99 more to go. Pimpin' ain't easy.
But you're not Hindenburg.
You ain't even got laid yet.
That's why I said it ain't easy.
So that's nice, huh?
Yeah, yeah. You can't. Yeah, this trailer doesn't tell you what the show's about. We realize that now.
Yes.
We're watching this. We're like, wow, that trailer sucks.
Sizzle reel.
So
There we go. That's better.
you both moved here to Austin,
Yes.
and where were you living in New York before you left? Brooklyn? Was it Brooklyn?
Harlem.
Why is it
Huh.
because we're an interracial couple? You think we'd be in Brooklyn? Is that what this is about, Brian?
It could have been
My hair's no. We were living in Harlem.
Harlem. That's up in the hundreds, right?
Yeah. Yep. 130th.
And
right.
then, so what was New York City like right before you left? I heard it's kind of nutty. It's kind of nutty.
Completely nutty.
Sucked.
Yeah. It's really bad, man.
It was.
All the stuff about New York that was so cool is not there anymore. And mostly I'm talking about the people.
Yeah.
Because New York used to be about, like, badass people, right? They're like, you went to New York, it was fucking an untamed wildland. You never knew what you're going to get. Now you have people who are just, like they're agents, unpaid agents for the state. And you're like, okay, this is not what New York's supposed to be about.
Is this what they talk when they say woke? Is that
Yes.
what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to backfire,
hipsters.
and I think it already is backfiring. This woke mentality where they're the speech police and the just the everything police, and you really felt that in New York City.
Our neighbors were knocking on our door. We have, yeah. I mean, to the left and right of us, our neighbors there were knocking on our door to like tell us to, put a mask on, or why are you saying this thing in public about whatever she was talking about.
On my podcast, yeah.
Yeah, it was getting kind of crazy. So we had to
Very uncomfortable, very icky, to say the
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what America's about. It's about letting everybody, as long as you're not bothering somebody else, you need to just mind your business. That's the problem. Nobody minds their business.
Go
That's
for
what's
it.
going on in America. Nobody's minding their effing business.
You're 100% right. And then where was the one place in America where everybody minded their business? It was New York. You didn't want to look at somebody, crooked in New York because you didn't know what they were going to do. Now people felt like they had the right to come up and yell in your face about what you're doing with your life. Like, what we were walking down the street. I had this woman pushing her baby carriage, losing her fucking mind. Put a mask on. Put a mask on. Screaming like out of control. I'm outside in public. I'm not even inside of a store. And I go to her. I turned around and I stepped to her. I said, "You better watch what you're saying." She's like, "Oh yeah." She leaves her baby carriage, steps to me and my 6-foot black boyfriend. Like I was like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Well,
And then I shot her.
People are telling people to put the mask on. Then if you have a mask, then there's another group of people that are yelling at you for having a mask.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
I wish they would just take all the... I don't know if this is possible, but if the whole country they took the hot water away. And the whole country just showered in cold water because we lost some power. So I know what it's like when I went to the Philippines. And if this whole country just showered in cold water for a week, they would realize how good they have it here.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
From the country you're from and wherever,
Black people come from.
where you,
When you guys were brought over on those boats, it wasn't so good for you.
I mean, it's true. A cold shower when you wake up in the morning or when you come home from the clubs at night is very uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
have to get in there. I mean, ice cold.
I know.
And you have to get in there and you have to just, like when you're going in the pool or in the ocean, you have to get... Anyway, I'm just saying, if the people in this country would stop and realize how lucky they are to be here, they're just a bunch of whining bitches on both sides, left, right. I don't care what they are. They just can't be. They just can't be.
It's like that in LA too, though, right now.
Everywhere. People are just on other people's business.
I agree with you. It's people who don't understand how good they have it. Like I when I was in New York, I was sort of more like in the middle. Like I'd see some points on the left that I'd be like, yeah, come on, we don't want to like kill people just because they're poor, right? And then on some points on the right, I'd see too. It was like, well, we're not just going to give everything away. But people just couldn't see that, right? And I had this fight with this friend of mine. She started fighting me, telling me about how horrible America is. Now, this is the best part. She is an immigrant from Canada who chose to come here in her 20s. And I was like, well, if it's that bad, you can go to Canada. We're not talking about going back to a third world country. And she's like, oh, yeah, you can't make as much money there. I was like,
then shut up.
Then shut up.
So, yeah, it's a quagmire, and it's only, unfortunately, I think it's only going to get worse. it's only going to get worse because the polarization of the nation is going on. Let's do the weather real quick and get that over with. We've got so much to cover, and we only have 4 hours on this podcast. It's 86 degrees, just a beautiful day, no clouds, 30 degrees Celsius. The biometric pressure is 30.16 inches of mercury. Its dew point is 55 degrees or 12.8 degrees Celsius. The winds are northeast at 5 miles per hour. Like I said, it's a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. It's a waning crescent for the moon tonight. The sunset will be at 8:12 p.m. Are you okay? Humidity is 36%, not bad. The ultraviolet rays are at 10. The air quality is 51 and moderate. And the visibility, of course, on a day like today would be anything, always 10 miles. 10 miles. We think it's always 10 miles because that's what the naked eye can see. What, you got a prescription? I see you wearing some glasses there.
I can't see for shit.
Did you bring them with you when you came here?
To America?
And wow, this is exciting. We usually get right down to this when the conversation, but this conversation is full of conversation. You know, I'm just, and I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable.
Yep.
Dope.
And Leandra's going, I don't give a fuck if you're comfortable or not. You fucking idiot.
You read my mind, Brian.
Brian, isn't our friend Rose from the same country as her?
No.
Rose, you said at the comedy store,
Yeah, at the
right?
comedy store.
Rose,
Yeah.
yes. Rose.
He didn't even know what he was talking
That
about.
Rose.
He was like, Rose, okay, yeah.
It's so funny because she acts kind of just like Rose.
Yeah, you have a very point of view.
That's not the same person Ro was trying to show us yesterday, right?
Who?
Ro?
No. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. I just did a Brian Holtzman. I just answered you before I knew what you were talking about.
Right.
Right.
So that's great. 3 years and going strong and wonderful. You have siblings?
Yes, I got a little brother. He is 16.
And your parents still together?
My dad and stepmom are still together, yeah.
Okay.
His parents are not together. That answers that question.
They split, yeah.
Right.
That ended when I was like 1 or 2.
And I can see that your both parents were the same.
Nah, total opposite.
I really
Well,
thought
what I mean is the same.
Oh, black.
The same. I don't know. The same. The same.
they're the same skin tone.
You look like pure. Pure.
You're pure black. You're 100% pure black.
Now your parents still together.
Come here, Blackie. Unfortunately,
I'm glad we met at the club. We wouldn't be sitting here talking if I hadn't been at the Santa Cruz Theater.
My parents are still together, but I recently saw that Bill and Melinda Gates got divorced, and I said, "There's fucking hope for my parents. There's hope yet."
Oh, your parents. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay,
Explain
come on.
that. What do you
Now.
mean?
What people are together for 30-something years and they love each other? Come on now.
Right.
Can't love anybody.
There are people. My parents.
They're not
will-
Albanian.
Is Gates and his wife, are they Albanian?
No.
No, they're getting divorced, Brian.
Right,
Follow
yeah.
the joke. You're the one who says don't explain your jokes, all right?
No, it's okay.
Listen, if you're not going to get this, I'm going to take Brian's line from his set. If you're not going to get this, I'm going to end this set right now.
Well, I took some time to.
So this is Rose, by the way.
I
I was
right.
expecting a very fat middle-aged woman.
No. Like I said, she acts just like you personality-wise. I wasn't
Well,
even
that's
talking
why
about
I was
looking-wise.
expecting a very fat middle-aged woman.
Now, I took the time to contact you both separately and ask you what, your favorite, and just see how you answered. So, what would Leonarda say was your favorite color?
Oh, God, here we go.
He never did.
Red.
And you said red.
You're such a liar right now. Did you even swear? You get on this. Get on the yellow pages right now, liar Holtzman.
Look what I have here. No, it's nothing.
No.
No, what happened is I
tried to do the newlywed game.
I tried to do.
You tried to do it again?
I tried to do it. I was going to try to do it again, but we had such a trouble with it, and I was just going to fake it. No, I got it all mixed up. I had written it all down on 3x5 cards, and then Brian had to take it away from me and tell me how he did it so wrong.
It's the most confusing thing in the whole entire world. He wrote it backwards on top of not writing it right.
That's kind of what I would expect from him.
Oh, it was that was my attempt at trying to do it again. But nothing gets past you, huh? Nothing gets past this one
She's
over
sharp.
here.
High IQ.
Listen, I grew up in communism, all right? The only thing we have is honesty.
Alabama, is it still communist today?
No, it's not. Thankfully, it's not. But it was communist for a long time. People were split up, couldn't see their family, people starved, you know? I'd like to take a couple of these New Yorkers and bring them over.
It's real terrible, when you have a day job or a job and all, and the boss or the foreman or the owner of is a real jerk. And everybody knows that person affects everybody that works there, and it's a terrible thing. But you can always get another job.
Yep.
You can always quit, resign, get another job. But when the jerk is running the whole country or the government or whoever's in charge, and this happens all over the world, you can't leave your country. You can't quit your country. You can't leave. You just have to put up with these horrific people of history.
Yep.
But it's not something that's today. It's been going on forever. There's been boneheads. They rear their, there's a lot of nonsense going over there in Europe, or what do they call it? What did they call the part of Europe? What do they call it? Eastern Europe.
Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense going on in California. What are you talking about, Brian? We don't have to go to Eastern Europe. We got Gavin Newsom over there who's like laughing his ass off while people are dying, and he's like, well,
There's still the Comedy Store. I think wasn't even at 50%. It was less than 25. It could have been.
There's only like a couple tables,
and they want to see your papers. I want to see your vaccination. Have you guys been vaccinated?
No.
Oh, yeah, anti-vaccination? But that's a personal question. That's a health question. You don't have to answer that.
I'm not anti-vaccination. This isn't a vaccine. This is an experimental injection.
Wow.
So I'm not going to... I'm going to be your guinea pig? Get the hell out of here.
Wow. No. All right. How about you? Do you feel the same way, Jalen?
You're Jalen.
My Korean teacher used to call me that.
Jalen? Well, we know what he likes, so that's why.
Right.
He's been taking a little too much Korean.
Wow.
I'll be with it if it wasn't a DNA altering substance. Because
well, I guess that's not true. That's just a conspiracy that people say, but it's not actually true. Because that's what I thought too, and then I got schooled on it.
By who? Who'd you get schooled by? Gates?
No, it was just like Janice was. My girlfriend was like, "That's bullshit. Check it out." And literally, I went online and started watching all these videos about it. I was like, "Oh, I guess she's right. I was totally wrong."
Send me those videos.
Yep.
May 6th.
I'll send you the counter videos.
I'm sure in the same channel it's flatter.
May 6th, some of the things that happened today on May 6th in 1877, Crazy Horse surrendered in Nebraska. Crazy Horse.
I don't even know what that is.
Wasn't he like the leader?
He was the
Sioux
tribe. What was the? And he was surrendered. We'll go through these pretty quick. Babe Ruth hit his first major league home run today in 1915. The first of 714. And his record was broken, as we know, by Hank Aaron broke his record.
He's black for everybody who's listening.
Yes, he's.
He
do you like to be called African American? Some African Americans say, "I've never been to Africa. Why do you call me African American?" What's your take on that, if you don't mind?
To each their own. I prefer black.
Just black?
Yeah, just black. Black American, black, whatever.
Would you consider colored slang?
Jesus.
No, that's years ago. That's what they called them. They call them coloreds.
How about the N-word? What if I say that?
No,
is that all right?
Brian. When I was like 6 years old, my grandmother said that word, and it's like, oh, that one blah 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 woman at the grocery store, and I was like, what did you just say? Even at 6 years old, I thought that was racist as fuck.
COLORED.
Yes. And that was 31 years ago.
No, I'm just checking. So black is just fine with you.
Black is cool.
Are you involved in the Black Lives Matter movement?
Nah, no, not at all.
Why would you? Hey, that's Babe Ruth. Let's change the subject. Hey, Babe Ruth.
I think that's Hank Aaron.
No, that's Babe Ruth.
Okay, all right. I don't know. It's black and white, so I can't.
No,
tell which one.
I'm happy you were wrong for the first time on this podcast.
How am I more athletic than Babe Ruth?
And
I know, man. Look at that.
And who named him Babe? How'd you like to be in the shower with the team? And they say, "Hey, Babe, can you pass me the soap?"
They named him after a candy bar.
And his last name is Ruth. It's like the Johnny Cash, the boy
That's
named
the Illuminati teasing us. Babe Ruth was a woman.
1915. Wow.
What?
Babe Ruth was a woman. There's the first transgender athlete right there.
Wow.
So
he kind of has that wide hips.
You see that?
He could have a baby.
Birthing hips.
I'm jelly.
So is his belly.
1937, the famous Hindenburg disaster in New Jersey. That was the end of the inflatables. They said it was static electricity in the atmosphere that contacted a leak in the blimp, and it blew up. It's a very famous photograph. There it is. 36 died of the 97 aboard, and that was the end of that form of transportation. Some people think it was sabotage, and that happened in 1937. Google it if you want. It's an interesting story and an interesting time. And everything was black and white. No offense, Jalen. Jalen.
I'm going to change my name by the end of the show.
And 1957, the last episode of I Love Lucy.
Oh, is this the actual?
Yeah,
Is
that's
this
the
footage
actual
from
footage. Oh, yes.
Holy cow!
I can't believe they had that many survivors, Brian.
Right?
That is crazy.
How the heck do you get out of that?
You jump.
Wow.
Everybody's screaming, you know.
That is crazy.
Women love to scream. They're just not happy unless they're screaming. Yeah, famous footage.
Wow.
That thing burnt up so quick.
I also read something very interesting from my magazine. The woman who was in the photograph in Kent State, who was standing over the gentleman who was shot in the face, shot in the mouth, and died right there. Her whole life has been troubled because she was in that photograph. The guy who took the photograph, he was the only one around. Everybody else was on assignment. And they finally met many years later, not too long ago, and they cried, and because he felt guilty that he basically ruined this. Not ruined, but people gave her hate mail just because they thought she was the protester of the war. And she was just a runaway at the time. She's 65 now.
That sucks.
Interesting, very interesting story about the woman. There she is, right there. Great.
Oh, God.
And that's the guy that she was with. She just met him, and they were walking along, and he was there to take that fame. And this photograph went all over the world. It's one of those. It's like that Vietnam one where the guy's getting executed.
Was this Nixon who ordered this, or
Nixon was in charge at the time?
He was
and
a piece of shit.
And I still don't know who ordered those troops to open fire.
That was Nixon.
He gave the orders to open.
Yeah, he didn't give.
Yeah, I know. He was pro war and pro. Let's keep going. But what a story she had. So she had some problems. She kept to herself. She was skittish about the FBI. It was just a whole life of a quagmire. There she is. Just because she was in that photograph.
She's got some good milk bags, though.
I was about to say, just because she was in that photograph, she gained 100 pounds.
It looks like a.
Who told her to pose like that? That's what I want to know. It's kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
Was she trying to recreate the photo, the original?
Well, I guess after the history that she was in, there's no real way to pose. What is she gonna, pose like a headshot?
Yeah. I think she was trying to recreate it. Something I don't know.
Wow.
She's standing.
Oh, maybe
now.
that could be it. Yeah, maybe that's it. That's it. Again, you're very correct.
Well, I don't know. She has both arms. She's like more like in utero from Nirvana or something.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
But if you ever look up that story, it was where did it first? I think it was. I'll have to talk about it next week, and you'll be able to see it. Where I think it was in the.
Very strange.
I'll have to bring it back next week and tell you where you can find the interesting article in its complete form. So that happened I just brought that up. That's not on my May 6th thing here. So the Hindenburg 4 was the last episode of I Love Lucy in 1957, the iconic television show. He was Puerto Rican, right, Ricardo?
Cuban.
Cuban. He was a band leader, and he used to always have to go down to the club. And Lucy, God. Lucy, the only thing, she was something else, that Lucy. And they were married in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yep. They got divorced, and then they got back together.
There he is.
And then got divorced again.
Was the club code for something? Like he was going to go cheat and drink on his wife or some shit?
No, he played at the club.
He was a band leader at the club. He used to always say he's going down. And she always wanted to go to the club, and he never wanted her to go to the club.
She wanted to be famous. She kept trying to do things to be famous. It's a very funny show. You don't know this show? Wow.
Before my time.
Well, back then, women weren't allowed to leave the house, right?
and
And that's the way it should be.
and then the
Brian's like, I keep my woman indoors. I lock them. I lock them from the outside.
That's Janice's little door right behind you.
Oh my God.
this is how prudish America was, and in a lot of respects is still today. They couldn't show the beds had to be a single bed, 2 beds separated.
2 twin beds, yeah.
It's the Brady Bunch.
They'd go to bed and in the same room, and then I remember when I saw it as an youngster, and I was like, "This is weird. Aren't they married?" And they'd show 2 separate twin beds, and I'd be like, "Well," and then she gets pregnant in the show, and I was like, "Well, how did that happen?" I kept trying to figure out where did they do it.
The closet?
Right.
Push them together.
So weird.
Push her down and lift up her skirt and
Oh my God.
just take it.
Bend over the zenith.
Yeah. Cubans don't ask.
Oh my God. That was the original Me Too movement.
Last episode, 1959, number 5. Happy birthday to George Clooney. He's 60 today, 1961. George Clooney, happy birthday, and he's taken, ladies. And 5, 6. Steve Jobs in 1998. This is for Brian. He introduced the first iMac. I guess, is that the laptop?
No, it's this thing.
Okay. The first iMac in 1998. Steve Jobs. And the last one, 2004, the last episode of Friends. 52 million people tuned in to watch it. Did you like Friends, John?
Show's horrible.
Horrible.
I tried getting into it, but it was...
How about did you enjoy Friends?
I did when I was younger. Now I go back and it's hard to watch it. They lived in New York. There's no black people on the show.
I know. I was going to bring it up,
What?
but I wanted to go easy on I didn't want to.
There's no black people. There's no Puerto Ricans. I was like, what part of New York
what
are you
pa-
living?
wh-
Where are you
where-
living?
where is this being
This and
shot?
Seinfeld.
It's
Seinfeld
like-
a little more believable because they're 4 Jews. You're like, that kind of makes sense.
Friends looks like modern day Brooklyn right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Williamsburg all day.
If you stay on one block and you don't go off the block.
Right.
Don't go off the reservation.
You're in Dumbo.
Yeah.
Strange facts about the United States. I think I'm going to leave that for another episode because we got to get the items of interest. You guys have been so captivating.
We've been so captivating. He's making
Captivating,
up new words.
you know.
Captivating.
Captivating.
Captive.
And it's not because you're different breeds or anything. Or races or anything,
Different breeds.
Breeds.
Well, you know what I mean.
We're going to make a mule. We're going to mate and make a mule.
But
We were hoping we could do that on this episode.
it's just interesting. It's a lot of fun because two white pasty people. How boring is that? This is very exciting to have somebody of your stature and then Albania from Eastern Europe and this gentleman from the island of Islam. I mean, it's just it just brings up a lot of good conversation and a lot of the listeners and my listeners are interested to find out how this could be. But let's start with the items of interest, okay? With her pink dress, cheater print helmet, and skateboard in tow, so-and-so and so-and-so caught the world's attention by dropping into a 12-foot skateboarding ramp and doing her spins and tricks just at the age of 6.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know if I really want to talk about it. It's a girl. She's 6 years old. And
You don't really have to read the article if you don't tell her name. Kind of defeats the
I know.
the article.
I just felt like leaving it out. I guess it's Paige, Paige Tobin. Paige Tobin. She's
Well,
6
that sounds
years
like a
old.
transgender.
She's born in Australia.
She's
and
non-binary.
She's only 6.
And she's the
Oh, what are you kidding me? They have 3-year-olds already.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't bring it up if I don't tell you.
Skateboarder, huh?
Anyway, she's a champion skateboarder. She was mom's old garage. She discovered her skateboard from her mom, and she's in Melbourne. She's got several sponsorship deals and has challenged gender norms all the way. For kids who also want to get into skateboarding, Paige has a piece of advice: never give up. There she goes, and she's just wonderful. Look at her go.
Got her little princess outfit on.
Yeah, she's really pushing that I'm a female type thing. I want you to know I sit down when I urinate. That's right.
That's her mom's marketing.
Yeah. Some good. That was smart of her mom.
Yeah.
Look at her go.
She's
She's
probably
just
also her dad.
easy now, girl. Easy. You don't have to worry about her breaking her balls. Oh my God! Look at her go! Look at her go! She's just wonderful to watch. Look at her go!
They got 6-year-old motivational speakers now.
Oh, God. What are you doing at 6?
They haven't done anything.
This is...
Like Joe Diaz said on the Comedy Store special documentary. Joe Diaz was so funny. He said his daughter's 6 years old and she don't know dick. He said he was running numbers and doing all sorts of things at 6. His daughter doesn't know dick. That was one of my favoriteest lines.
I mucked a fag when I was 6.
Well, he grew up probably, in a rough way. You got to learn more quickly when you're growing up rough,
Right.
Because otherwise you get molested.
Yeah, so it's Joey's fault that his kid doesn't know anything. And he's
I'm serious, yeah. I had a child molester live 3 apartments down from me. I knew that motherfucker was a child molester. He'd come to my door and be like, "Can you open up?" I was like, "I'm calling the cops. Get away."
Right, yeah, you had to be real. You had to have some backbone to live in certain neighborhoods and certain communities, or else they'd mow you down.
Yeah.
You never got a taste?
I was too smart for him. I can't say the same for one of my friends, though.
Last December, twin sisters Galana and Luna from Kansas wrote lists of things they wanted for Christmas and tied them to 2 balloons. It was windy and the twins' mother didn't expect the balloons to go far, but one balloon traveled 650 miles away where Alvin Bamberg of Shiver Point, Louisiana, found it while hunting. After reading the wish list, which included a frozen doll, a Spider-Man ball, and candy, he decided to help Santa. Bamberg located the 4-year-old twins through Facebook and sent them all but one thing on the list. Then this spring, Bamberg. This seems like a child molester.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is he doing? He's luring these kids.
Right there. I mean,
he's plying them. He's like, I know what you like.
This spring, this Bamberg character, Bamburg, drove all the way to Kansas with one of the last items on the list.
Nope.
A puppy.
Wow.
No.
Now, if I was the parents, I would have that guy looked into. I mean, that's a little bit much.
Now, imagine if he just was like a Mr. Rogers type, like a really good type, and he's just getting arrested.
That's probably what he is.
He's probably getting arrested.
We can only hope, but that's what they appear to be.
That's right, they do. I mean, just like, it's that guy, Tom Hanks.
A Miami private... that's not true, is it?
I'm not going to get into it, Brian.
Wow, I've heard about that. Oh my word!
He's hopped up on adrenochrome.
Is that him?
I don't know. He's
Bamberg.
No, he's not going anywhere near my kids.
No, man.
Why does that kid have Band-Aids on her knees? Come on. What's going on in this picture, Brian?
And he's got tight jeans on, and his button is unbuttoned at the top. Oh no!
Is that his wife?
No, he's not.
No, he looks like a nice guy.
Where's his other hand? Where's his other hand? He's holding that kid. Where's the other hand?
That's a puppet, baby.
Yeah, it looks like a puppet, right?
You're right. Maybe he's okay.
Go back to the other slide. Go back to the other slide and look at his eyes when he look at those eyes. Look how he's looking into the picture. Look at that. He's like
I'm sure he's a great guy.
A Miami.
Look at the picture you left us with.
A Miami private school is threatening to terminate teachers who do not get the COVID-19 vaccination. Anti-vaxxer Lily Center, co-founder of the exclusive Center Academy, cited reports of non-vaccinated people being contaminated by contact with the vaccinated and informed teachers that if they get a shot, they will not be able to return to school. Wow.
You know, that school
The plot thickens. You know, back in polio, you just got the vaccine. You just got the vaccine.
That was polio. We're talking about a cold.
I got to get it. My family wants me to get it because I got to go to a wedding in June on Long Island, so I got to get it.
It's been fun knowing you, Brian.
I know. Usually I don't get flu shots and stuff like that. I'm afraid of getting autism.
Let's get Johnson. Just go with Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Isn't that the worst one?
No.
Or is that the single shot?
Single shot.
Oh, it's a single shot.
They recalled that, didn't they?
No, they recalled it for like a couple weeks because out of 8 million people, 6 people got
blood
clots, and 1 person died.
Aren't the side effects awful though? Like I've known people who are like going through COVID effects. For
not as much on the Johnson & Johnson, on the 2 ones.
Yeah,
the Pfizer, Moderna joint.
Thanks for coming in today. I just want to let you know. This is something that woke. This is like improv meets cannabis industry right here. Listen to this. You're going to get blown away by this one. Listen to this. Progressive members of the cabanas. What is it? Cannabis industry want to retire the term marijuana on the grounds that it's a racist slur.
What? H3 made a video about this back in
The word originates in Mexican Spanish, and Oregon cannabis dealer Daniel Hayden says the term was popularized by racist politicians to condemn cannabis use as a Latino vice. Hayden also opposes the use of weed and pot and says any term applied to cannabis other than cannabis is negligent and abusive behavior. What a little pain in the ass. You know? See how they trying to just tell everybody what they can say and what they can't say?
That guy sounds like he needs to smoke some fucking weed.
This is the improvisation of the marijuana industry now, the cannabis industry, you know?
Yeah, that sounds like he needs to smoke a little marijuana.
Yeah,
cannabis.
A little pot.
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
That's insane. But it's like, even if that word was, you know, it had its origins in like Latin American or whatever, you're basically like ripping off any kind of culture because you're like, you're basically saying everything has to be white now. We're going to call it cannabis. Cannabis. Do you think that a couple of Latino teenagers come up to each other and go, hey, you got a bag of cannabis? They're not going to say that.
Don't gentrify my weed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, we suck my penis instead of your dick.
So weird. These guys, you know what it is? They don't like it, and they don't want anybody else to have fun.
Now, when did Leonardo...
He'll get it.
DiCaprio?
Leonarda.
When did Leonardo stop paying you?
What do you mean stop?
You know.
Well before we were even dating.
Yeah.
Way before.
I had already bought him.
Oh, man.
He just came off the boat. I was like, that one. How much, sir?
Now, did you just leave the money on the nightstand like normal, or?
Yeah, and then I paid for his Uber home.
That part's true.
I did pay for his Uber home.
That part is true.
I was like, listen, you just finished a job.
We can.
Now you finished 2 jobs.
We can edit out that last portion.
I don't think so. I think that's going to be the soundbite.
They say if you drink a lot of coffee, you won't get dementia. So I better start drinking some coffee. New research from Portugal's university. The people who drink between 3 and 5 daily cups of coffee have more efficient brains and exhibit increased levels of attention and alertness.
What?
And improved motor control.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You need your coffee, Brian.
What about Bang energy drinks? Is the same thing?
You gotta stop drinking that garbage, dude.
That
is like some of the worst. If you don't know, Zach drinks 6 Bang energies a day, and it's got what's that chemical that's in it?
The creatine. Is that
creatine?
What you're talking
Also used as brake fluid.
Has your piss changed colors yet?
a few times, but that's one of the.
Wow,
perks.
you drink it too?
No, I used to drink Monster energy drinks on set, and then one time my piss came out blue.
Oh,
really?
Really?
Yeah,
It came out blue.
I was pounding them.
Oh
shits
my god! Wait,
all
what's
night.
what's creatine do? You want to see this?
Yeah, I know.
It takes moisture. It absorbs moisture in your muscles, so it's supposed to help you with working out.
What's the chemical that he's so worried about?
Creatine.
Creatine. It'll dry out your body a little bit.
He takes it too much.
The
I drink
mayor,
3 of those a day. That's 900 milligrams of caffeine.
the mayor
That's
of
crazy.
the mayor of Pamplona, Spain, canceled the annual running of the Bulls Festival for the second year in a row because of the pandemic. In the interest of public health, no one will have the opportunity to be gored or trampled by bulls
Wow! In the interest of public health,
on cobbled streets.
That's
until, like,
amazing.
2022.
I love that we needed a cold to stop the slaughter of people by bulls. It's like now we don't want people to die.
Double population control. Let's just do it.
John Hinkle Jr., 39, of Illinois, bowled a perfect game using a bowling ball filled with his father's ashes.
That's weird.
That is weird.
I had tears in my eyes in the 11th and 12th frames, said he.
You know what's weird is that anybody ever loved their dad that much.
John, John, Hinkle, not to be confused with the gentleman who shot Reagan. There he goes. Is that him?
Is he a bowler? Is
That's a lot of fun doing that.
That's
I'd
the
do
dumbest shit I've ever seen. Right
Bowling?
there.
You don't like bowling?
No, I mean bowling with your father's ashes and then crying about it after you.
Yeah,
strike.
yeah. That's
that
pretty
might be
stupid.
the dumbest fucking
Yeah.
thing I've ever
No,
seen.
I don't know. It would, what? I mean, to have your father with you in wherever you go. I don't know.
He's not with you. Those are ashes.
You put your dad's dead body into a ball and then threw it.
Oh, 2 great cars. oh no. When I was in high school, there was an accident. No one was hurt. He had one of those Camaros, those old Camaros, perfect cherry Camaro. And I guess he wasn't paying attention and he just rear-ended somebody but the whole thing just and I just felt so bad. I mean, because people get attached to their cars.
Any updates on your car since last week?
I got it home yesterday. I was taking a walk to get something to eat, and then I discovered I don't have to take a walk. My car's out. I have my car. And I got in my car and I went to Jim's.
Do you have it legal now? You have it with
No, I'm still.
Well, you gotta watch out for that. Last night I'm at a red light and I'm just kind of like dazed off down the street, and suddenly this car's coming right towards me and it's just swerving like crazy, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. It goes right past me, and then 10 cop cars. It was a police chase.
What?
And I was almost L.A. I've lived there for 16 years, never got that close to a police chase, and then I almost got front-ended with the car. It's crazy. Like, he was driving like 90 miles an hour in the side street.
And just missed it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did they get him?
They abandoned the car, and 4 people ran out, and that's the last I heard.
That is crazy.
Where were you yesterday?
Oh, he was
That was good. That was good right here. It's good. It's good because he's black and he's a criminal. I got it.
No. That's what it appears to be. That wasn't my intention at all. So this guy's a good bowler, and he has his ashes in there, and everything's. Oh, that's what I meant to say. If you ever go to a bowling alley, it's probably one of the best foods.
Oh, what are you talking about?
the little what do they call it? The snack shops, the bowling alleys.
You're
the
gross. You're like garbage.
It's the worst food. What are you talking
I know,
about?
it's like literally the worst.
What do you eat at the bowling alley? Let's hear this right now. What is he's like? I'll get the filet mignon. I'm like, what bowling alley
Yeah, like that and roller skating rinks, my two favorite places to eat.
With reports of chicken wings shortage across the U.S., wing supplies are tight, conceded Tom Super, that's his last name, of the National Chicken Council. He said the alarming word shortage. He didn't want to say the word shortage, so he said wing supplies are tight. I should have left that one out. Doing bad over there in Uruguay, South America. They're doing real bad with the COVID. Here's one for the Americans who want to travel. Americans who are fully vaccinated against the coronavirus should be able to visit the European Union this summer. European Commissioner President so-and-so and so-and-so said this week the U.S. and the EU are holding talks about how to make vaccination certificate acceptable as proof of immunity for tourists, and they have yet to set a date for general resumption of travel. So that's good news. Some countries are opening up their borders before Brussels gives them the go-ahead. European Union members, Greece and Croatia. Who's still, thanks for a lot helping. Dependent on been planet welcome fully vaccinating visitors.
That's the funniest thing to me, because if anybody knows Greece or Croatia or Montenegro, they're just completely unregulated. They have no sense about what's going on. So the idea that they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to check your vaccines. I mean, if you know a couple of Greeks, you just slip them a couple of cool 20s, you're good to go.
And
write that down.
They have drones. The Mexican cartels are using drones now to drop. Nobody was injured or hurt, but they're starting to use drones now to attack rival cartels. So be careful of those drones.
So they've become America.
Yeah. You both passport holders?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured I'd throw it out there.
We travel.
Yeah.
We used to.
Yeah,
only 10% of Americans have passports. That's why I asked.
Really? Well, we already established we're a different kind of American.
They don't want to. They don't want to go anywhere. They don't want to. They see the news or they think everything's. It's all relative. So I don't want to go to India. The poverty is terrible. I can't take it. It's all relative.
Mm.
You grew up poverty. You're in poverty. You're used to it. You like it. You love it. You want more. What's his name? Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor, if you can believe this. She'll always be on the Wheaties box to me. What's his name?
She did say that she doesn't think that
Bruce Jenner. Yes, Bruce Jenner.
She did say that the fighting thing, right?
Yeah, about sports. She said that she doesn't think that biological males should compete in female sports. He said we have to protect female sports,
which is, I think, good for her, because that's like ridiculous watching these like basketball games with these huge women that used to be guys.
Big Adam's apples.
Big
Adam's apples.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's like an '80s movie when the Russian woman would come, but
Right.
it was like really a man in drag.
Yep.
And that's what you're experiencing these days.
I couldn't believe that Bruce Jenner was my hero. I mean, I can't. It's like that. It would be like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Becoming a woman. I mean, it's just. It's somebody should have stopped her. Just go over there and take all the dresses out of the closet. Give me the earrings. Give me the perfume. Give me the stockings. Give me the panties. Enough.
Well, she killed a pregnant woman, so she didn't have much of a choice.
In the car accident
except
on PCH.
to assume her identity. She was like, "That's it. I gotta distract from this."
You want to get a little blowjob from that, Brian?
I don't know. I'd have to make sure the lights were definitely off.
He didn't say no.
I'd have to go out and make sure that the fuse box was dismantled just in case somebody turned on the lights,
Are those all injections? That's why the face is so lumpy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks awful.
God. Yeah, that's...
It looks like she's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear about Teigen? The Chrissy
Teigen?
Yeah,
oh, this will be
favorite
fun.
person.
She's a pedophile.
Lying in you've got a lot of views on a lot of people. Lying in a hospital bed last September, this Chrissy
Teigen
told her 34 million Instagram followers that she suffered a miscarriage. I don't know why she wouldn't keep that to herself.
because she wasn't really pregnant.
Said so and so and so and so. A photo showed the model turned TV host in a medical gown, tears streaming down her face. In another, her and her husband, singer John Legend.
Doesn't she look like she cut somebody else's face off and put it on? She's like, this is who I am now.
She's one of those people who's run away with the platform, run away with the social media.
Yeah.
It's consumed her. If you opened her body up, you would see just garbage. You would see rot. You know,
Yeah,
she's been rotted away by social media to the point that that's all she.
That's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah, she's a garbage dump of social media right now.
She's got some people kicked off of social media
Well, she deleted her Twitter account now.
Uh-oh. What's this one saying? Who's this one?
This is women supporting women, Brian.
Yeah. She's got a real sharp face. She could injure you just by poking her face at you. Anyway, so she talks about all her miscarriages and every other damn thing. I don't know why she thinks everybody wants to hear it, but I guess she's involved. So I'm gonna move on then.
Yeah, let's go.
We don't want to hear about this, do you?
I really don't care about her.
Does she do anything? What does she do?
She's famous.
She married John Legend. And then she goes on Twitter and says really gross things.
I don't mind her. I'd drop a load in her.
I mean, that's not saying a lot for you, Brian. All right?
I think
that's really like the low bar for men. There's nobody men won't drop a load into. Like, some men will drop a load into Rosie O'Donnell, okay?
I mean...
He's not even saying no. He's not even saying no. He's like, well, what's in it for me?
As long as the lights are off. Mm-hmm. All right, listen, this is a real interesting item of interest. This is a Russian man who was recruited by a Chinese boy band competition is finally free after 3 months of begging viewers to vote him off the reality show. His name is VLAD.
Here, I'll read a few. His name is...
Yeah, you read that one if you want.
His name is Chrissy Teigen. Okay. No,
you want to read that one?
No, I was just messing with you. Which one is this?
The one about the Russian pop star.
Okay, yeah. So Vladislav Ivanov. Sounds like a character from a Dostoevsky novel. Was working as a translator on Produce Camp 2021, in which singers compete to form an 11-member international boy band. When producers noticed his good looks and asked if he wanted to join the contest, he immediately regretted signing the binding contract, which required Ivanov and fellow contestants to be sequestered on a tiny island off Hainan and endure grueling drills in dancing and rapping. He begged his fans to downvote him, but his surly attitude made him more popular. I relate to this. And he made it all the way to the show's last round. Viewers adored him, calling his lackluster raps an expression of sang culture, a defeatist outlook on life embraced by young Chinese. Wow. So China basically
Isn't that
kidnapped
a funny
Russian.
story?
That's funny, yeah.
He was like you would go there on a job, to do the the photography or the sound or something, and all of a sudden they wanted you to be part of the show.
There for life.
And then they wouldn't let him go. This is a sad one.
Yeah, you would hate that. He would hate that.
Yeah.
An Indonesian submarine that went missing last week has been discovered cracked into 3 pieces on the floor of the Bali Sea. The bodies of 53 crew members have not yet been found. Search crews from the U.S., India, and other countries hunted for the submarine in the hope that the sailors could be saved before the vessel ran out of oxygen.
Oh,
That sucks.
yeah,
The
dude.
sub likely split apart when it hit the seabed. The cause of the wreck is unknown, and it's a big problem.
Did you guys hear about the rocket that China shot into space?
Yeah,
And now there's supposed to be like this, the launcher is going to be crashing into Earth sometime in the next couple weeks.
The debris.
Yeah, like one of the 10th biggest things to crash into the Earth, and they don't know where.
They don't know where it's going to... Yeah.
I mean, it's what, 75% ocean, so hopefully, it will just fall somewhere.
It's going to land in Joe Rogan's backyard. He's going to be like, I knew I should have come to Austin.
So how do you like Austin so far? Both of yous.
I love it. I don't want to go back to New York. At least to live there.
Are you going back to New York?
We are going there to visit, but to live there, I'm good.
Yeah, we're actually flying tomorrow for a week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Gonna go visit my family, friends, but...
Get some of that good pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the best pizza in New York.
Food is great here in Austin, though. God, the food is great.
Food is great.
Huh?
Haven't
You
had any
impressed
good
with-
pizza. Have not had good pizza yet.
Are we gonna have this conversation again on the podcast?
No, we
Via
couldn't.
313 and Hoboken Pie. Check those places out.
Hoboken
Oh,
Pie.
okay.
Hoboken Pie is right around the corner from Vulcan. So
What's via one? What's the other one?
313 via 313. It's like Detroit style pizza.
It's the best.
That's what everybody says. I haven't had it yet, so I gotta try it.
But you vouch for Hoboken, Pete.
Oh yeah,
Hoboken
that's like
Pie.
New York style, and that's my favorite.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Give him a shot. Give him a shot.
A Florida couple tried to hold their wedding at a $5 million mansion
love the
without the owner's permission. Courtney Wilson and Sarita Jones just showed up at the gate of Nathan Finkel's suburban Fort Lauderdale estate on the morning of their marriage to begin setting up. When Finkel asked what they were doing,
What?
they said that it was God's will that they get married at his home,
Oh God.
which boasts an 800-foot bar, swimming pool, tennis courts, and a gabizo. Finkel called the cops saying, "I don't know what's going on. All I want is this to stop." An attorney for Flink's community said Wilson and Jones knew the mansion was for sale and assumed that it was empty. So they got busted.
Yeah. What is it?
Busted.
Wait. So you try to say that this has got that you have to be so delusional to just do that. And think-
They were probably just making up stories. They knew the place was for sale and they thought they could hijack it and have their wedding there without anybody knowing, but the Finkel guy was home.
They could claim a religious exemption.
There you go.
Finkel. That sounds like a made-up name.
Finkel.
Yeah.
Finkel, yeah. An Alaska piata maker has given children an outlet for their pandemic-related frustration by fashioning coronavirus-shaped piatas.
Wait, what?
Pinatas?
Yeah.
Pianas. Caroline, you're probably wondering why would this person ever do a podcast? He cannot speak. And Helen Keller could dance. I could do a podcast. But she always, she did every other damn thing, that Helen Keller. Carolyn told Dave Vidal.
Oh God. That's
she is.
terrifying.
She painted spiked balls in return for all the things they missed out over the past year. Some little girl named Rose 8 said she enjoyed beating the heck out of the colorful virus. Rose's mother said the coronavirus is the perfect villain for kids. There was so much cheering when it exploded, she said.
All right. Well, I'm introducing my pinata for kids next week.
What's that going to be?
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Now, what's going on now? You seem to have an issue with those two
I have
characters.
a major issue with those two.
A lot of people do. They think he's got some kind of exterior motive for all this getting
He
involved.
looks like every villain that you've ever seen in a movie. He's like the nerdy guy that nobody ever wanted to hang out. Have you ever seen him dance? He dances. It's like you gave a retarded kid candy. He's like,
He was the last thing I heard about him before COVID-19. He was given
look
mosquito.
at it. Look, there we go. Look at Bill Gates dance. It's kind of out of control. It's like you watch him dance and you realize why he wants to kill everyone. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, you think he hates people?
I think he absolutely hates people.
The last thing. Oh, yeah, that's the guy from the bald guy. Is the guy from.
Look at him.
I
Look
recognized
at this
him.
nerd. Look at this nerd. He's like, I'm killing all of you.
Billionaires dancing.
So funny. I think the opposite when I see him. I think he's just a nerd.
Oh, I think
See
he's
myself
such a-
dancing on
The
stage
last
with those
time
guys.
before COVID-19, he was giving mosquito nets to people in Africa.
What was in that? I think they were laced with AIDS. Those mosquito
No,
nets.
you're not the only one that's suspicious of his motives. Are you suspicious of his motives?
No.
He wants to block out the sun.
Yeah.
Bill Gates.
Did you hear about this? That he wants to block out the sun to help with global warming?
Big brain move.
Yeah. No, it's. You didn't know? You hear about this?
No, I haven't.
He wants to throw dust up in the sky to block out the sun, and he almost got away with it too. If it wasn't for those
Oh, they
kids.
want to blast it off in a rocket and then
They want to
blow
throw
it up.
all this dust in the sky to block out the sun, that's going to be devastating for life. Are you kidding me? The sun feeds all life.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. Maybe he does hate people if he wants to do that. A woman in Portland summoned animal control officers after mistaking a croissant for a menacing iguana.
Wow.
The woman was frightened by what she thought was a lizard in the tree outside her window.
What?
Animal Welfare Society official later speculated that someone had thrown the pastry out a window for animals to eat, but that it had gotten caught in the tree.
Oh, that's so funny.
Must have been a big ass croissant.
I know, right? How big was this croissant?
They said the alarmed woman still did the right thing by contracting them. It's better to check. No, it's not. It's better to poke it with a stick and check it yourself. You've dispatched somebody out there for no good reason. That takes time from the other calls that could have been taken. That real people and real animals need help. Not some idiot woman mistaking a croissant.
I mean, that's redundant, Brian.
Stupid people.
Idiot woman. I mean, you're just saying the same thing twice. I'm just kidding. Before everybody calls you.
Looks more like a shrimp.
The U.S. has recorded only about 2,000 flu cases since September, compared with the usual average of 206,000 cases.
Isn't that suspicious?
The lack of exposure.
Why is that suspicious?
The lack of
Where did
exposure
it go?
could mean
Where did it go,
Because
Brian?
of everyone's hygiene right now. We're washing our hands and we got masks on.
But we still have crazy through the roof COVID cases.
But I'm saying is that 90% of the people are wearing masks and washing their hands now where they didn't used to. So obviously flus and colds are not going to be as prominent.
But then wouldn't we have a decrease in COVID cases as well?
If you wear masks, yeah.
But
I think
don't.
we do, don't we?
Yeah, we
No,
have.
we had just as
What
high.
are you talking about?
We had just as high COVID cases.
Do you have any control over your guest?
She's a free woman.
Anyway, all right. I'm just gonna go to the next one. I'm not gonna finish that article. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office. This is right up my alley. I think this is the greatest thing in the world. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office will no longer prosecute sex workers following similar decisions by Baltimore and Philadelphia. Prosecuting these workers does not make us safer, said prosecutor Cyrus Vance Jr., who asked the judge to dismiss 914 cases of prostitution and unlicensed massage. Ooh. Isn't that great? These women need to eat. These guys need to get laid. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
I don't know if you want to model your city or your state after Baltimore and Philadelphia. Have you been there?
It's true.
Like, they're both very decrepit places. Even the nice parts are very decrepit.
But great massage parlors.
Well, that's when I brought a girlfriend way back in the day to New York, and she had never been there, and that's what she said. She said, "Wow, New York, everything is old. Everything is old. Everything is old. These brick buildings have been around for quite some time." Yeah. And remember, I don't know if you remember. You're probably both too young, Brian, too. Back on Long Island, on New York, there would be numerous abandoned cars on the side of the road, and if your car broke down and you left it there, they would come and strip it.
Yeah,
these professional mechanics, they would strip your car down. It would just be and they didn't move them away.
Yeah,
they just sat there.
They may put them on bricks.
So you guys are too young to hear to witness that. It was amazing.
They were doing that in Venice in 2020, stealing tires off of Teslas.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You know, some women, they want to say, "Oh, prostitution is bad. It's bad." It's the nanny state. If the woman wants to be a prostitute, the other woman should shut up and not tell that woman what to do.
Except if they're underage.
Of course. For the record, I said of course. Of course. For the record, of course. No doubt about it.
I think that's the only issue people have with that is because
what's happening? What is this?
Rub maps? Why do you know this?
What are you talking about? I was addicted to this shit for a long time.
Oh my god!
Can I get your login info? I don't want to pay.
This is a problem that I think I'm having here. I'm not getting enough sleep, and that's why I'm not being able to communicate properly. This says less sleep, higher dementia risk. And I'm not going to go into it.
Well, he's showing us all the places in Texas, by the way, Brian.
I know.
Essence or something.
My foot.
So these places pose as massage
Well,
places?
some of them are dirty and some of them aren't. Some of them are on the level.
This is just a review of which ones are hand jobs, which ones are full sex, which ones...
Wow.
The cops don't use this?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Cops are the main customers.
Yeah, they love this.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Oscars because I'm out to lunch on this whole thing. Did anybody see what is the big movie Nomadland?
Nomadland?
Nomadland. Did you see it?
Didn't
Did you
see
see it?
I didn't even know
See it?
what it
See it?
was.
Never even heard of it.
Anyway, it won all these Oscars, and the director is some kind of Asian. Chloezhaa. That's not Irish. That's got to be Asian.
Yeah, she's Asian. Yeah.
And then I don't know.
What's remembered?
It's about a movie about some woman who goes job to job in a camper all over America.
For what?
Oh, it's a van life movie?
Oh, God. They love to show, like, poor America.
Van life is totally in right now.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah. There's a couple comics that came from New York. They're living in vans right
Yeah.
now.
Shout out Hans Kim.
Yeah,
He's
Hans
doing
Kim.
the open mic in his van.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Did
dope.
karaoke with him one night.
All right, we'll just nobody knows anything about this, and I don't.
think
But
I think the Oscars this year they should have just skipped because I don't think anyone knows any of the Oscar movies.
yeah,
Nobody watched it this year.
best
It was like-
supporting actress was YUH-JUNGYOUN. So I guess it was Asian year. This is the year of the Asian for the Oscars, I guess. I mean,
It's all just set up, man.
It was a conspiracy from the beginning.
Yeah, just Oscar
To sweep the Oscars.
frenzies.
Well, China has bought out most of Hollywood. They bought a lot of Hollywood studios.
best supporting actor is Daniel Kaluuya.
He's black?
Yes, the Black Messiah.
Yeah. He
You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it. I wanted to, but I didn't see it.
You're not interested in anything black, I guess.
I'm not into slave movies, but that's not a slave movie. That's something else. That's like a
Right.
historical giant.
Now this is my favorite item of the interest because this is going to affect everybody. I used my laminator for the first time.
Oh, you did?
I laminated everybody's name and the amount that they donated to my GoFund. So I have it.
nice.
If they want their money back, I'll certainly return it because the truck wasn't successfully repaired in a legitimate way. But anyway,
but not yet. You'll get it fixed.
well, I'm going to get a temporary just so it's legal. It won't be perfect, but that's the best I can do. I don't want to take it to another body shop and have them say the same thing. 2 is enough.
You just need to find a guy that works on cars.
Right.
There's beef in the church.
Yeah.
So this is for everybody. This is caring for your vaccination card. But I guess you guys, you really don't give a shit about this one. But the card you're given when you're vaccinated isn't the only record that you've received the jab, but it's the record you control, and being able to produce it could save you from future inconvenience. Store it where you keep valuable documents such as passports and social security cards. Make copies. Before putting a card away, take a photo of it for backup. If you're traveling, make a hard copy that you can carry. Laminating a copy is smart, but laminating the original creates a small possibility that updating the record will be more complicated if booster shots become necessary.
Every 6 months, right?
Yeah.
I hope we don't have to get booster shots.
I'm not going to do it.
And you know you have fallbacks. If you lose your card after your second shot, first return to your vaccination site to see if the provider can replace it. If that fails, look up your state health department, which will have an electronic record of your vaccination that you can access. So that's pretty good information.
You're going to use your laminator?
Oh, yeah, I used it. I love it to laminate. No, not on the original. I was going to do the original.
Right, but you can't.
now I'm not going to do. I'm going to make 10 copies and make 10 laminated copies
And pass them out.
and just, I guess,
Yeah, give me one of those.
make a laminated vaccination dress. Didn't they make a dress out of meat one time?
Yeah, it was Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are getting dressed up to get their vaccines. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
people
it's prom night
Really? Where did you see this?
all over the internet.
Yeah, I got a picture. Let's see.
It's like they're saying like this is the biggest day of my life. Let me dress up for it.
Some gas stations will be running on empty this summer, said so-and-so and so-and-so. The issue isn't a looming shortage of crude oil gasoline. It's a shortage of qualified drivers. that has idled a quarter of the tanker truckers that stations rely on. Tanker truckers drivers require special certification and additional training, and found new employment after gasoline demands plummeted last spring. The shutdowns last spring also closed many driver schools. In addition, a new federal clearinghouse designated to identify truck drivers with problems hasn't helped either. So it has cut the pool of truckers by 40,000 to 60,000. That's a lot of bodies that need to be. What do you got?
There you go. There's somebody getting dressed up for their second shot.
Oh, my word. This is a cult. I dressed up for my second
Moderna.
Because why the fuck not? Wow, that's something.
Yeah, I got it.
It's kind of crazy.
So watch out. There may be shortages of fuel coming up. And this is a great one, too, item of interest. Listen to this. A $2 billion marketing startup ousted its chief executive after he took LSD at work, said so-and-so and so-and-so. It's a company called, doesn't matter what the company is, I guess.
The first time I ever did acid, I was working at Buffalo Exchange. Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to full send.
You want to give that a try?
Which one?
The last one.
All right. Let's
It's a
see.
lot of crazy names. And you
Okay.
anyway, the guy did LSD at work, and they
the
caught
use
him, and
of-
they said, you can't do it.
Yeah, well, he said the use of drugs like LSD has gained acceptance in parts of Silicon Valley, and Apple's late co-founder, Steve Jobs, told his biographer that taking LSD was one of the most important things in my life. But that precedent did not fly well with this company, which said that Zhu had violated company policy. It was Justin Zhu, Z-H-U. Is he Asian?
Yeah, definitely. So don't do LSD.
There was a baseball player that threw a perfect game on LSD,
Yeah.
I believe.
That was great.
Who was this?
Name, I have no idea.
The oldest known bottle of whiskey is expected to fetch between $20,000 and $40,000 at an upcoming auction. Once residing in a cellar of the financer J.P. Morgan, the old Ingleton Dew whiskey bottled in LaGrange, Georgia, is believed to have been produced between 1762 and 1802. Man, it's a rich guy who buys that, huh? $40,000. Jeez.
So this baseball player, was this is from...
I don't know what that. Doc Ellis.
Doc. Wow. So this is a while ago.
Is that
That's
a
so
perfect game?
The no-hitter in San Diego.
Holy cow.
I didn't see the hitters. All I could tell was if they was on the right side or the left side.
That's so
Getting
funny.
The target, the catcher put tape on his fingers so I could see the signals.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I take a microdose of mushrooms and I'm out. I don't know how somebody's doing like their job on straight up LSD.
Wow, he pitched on LSD? OnlyFans, a platform that allows sex... OnlyFans, a platform that allows sex workers and celebrities to sell subscription content, said its revenue rose 553% during the pandemic as it grew from less than 20 million users to more than 120 million paying from $5 to $50 a month. OnlyFans take 20% of the payments.
Damn.
That is a high class pimp.
Which totaled $2.36 billion.
My dad told me never pay for porn, so never did that in my life. Yeah.
And we're going to finish up here on the items of interest. We have something that is just unbelievable. Tempest Storm, 1928 to 2021. I'll just read the last paragraph. She was 93. She was the queen of burlesque. who's dazzled for 80 years audiences. She was soon the most famous exotic dancer in America, performing at the University of Colorado in 1955. Storm caused a stampede of 1,500 male students by doing nothing more than removing her mink coat, said so-and-so and so-and-so. Her star dimmed in the 1960s, partly because her fourth marriage to black singer and actor Herb Jeffries broke racial taboos.
Ooh.
Dum dum dum.
He's looking. What did you see him looking at us?
This is what it says.
I have a feeling you picked this out intentionally.
Well, it was either this or Walter Mondale. This is a better story than Walter Mondale.
This is a better story.
And that's show business, and you guys are in show business, so I figured, I didn't know you were going to show up being different colors.
I paint myself sometimes.
Broke racial taboos, costing her work. The relaxation of censorship laws and the growth of topless bars also led many club owners to dismiss her as to this word. What does it mean? CHASTE?
Chastise?
To tame, I guess. Yeah, to tame probably. CHASTE.
Oh, chaste.
To tame.
Too tame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too pure. Wow. So she used to be like the head honcho of burlesque, and then she became too pure because they became full blown whores.
But Storm was still a Las Vegas headliner at age 59, and despite officially retiring at 67, continued to strut her stuff on stage into her 80s.
She was J-Lo before J-Lo.
Not out of necessity, but because she could. And this is her last line. I love the last line of any obituary. I guess I'd miss it when they stopped looking, she said in 1996. So I make sure that they do look.
Wow.
Anyway, Google her. Her name is Tempest Storm, and you can get the whole obituary. It's quite fascinating. She earned about $950,000. She only in today's money. Back then it was $100,000. But if she was working today, it would be almost $1 million. She was just a famous stripper. There's a picture of her if you can see it.
Shook her ass to the graveyard.
Oh wow, there she is. She looks like
Oh great. Yeah, there she is. And she had a 40 chest, so that helped. and she had lovers, Frank Sinatra. They said Elvis Presley climbed over JFK, climbed over a wall just to get to her residence, and she was just she had fun doing it, and
I put a load in her.
that's the quote of the day.
And the last.
Would Brian Redban put a load in her?
Wow! Look at that! Look at her go! Look at her go! You got to give her credit, and the other women, leave her alone. There's always women trying. Women have it hard enough they don't need it from other women.
I'm with you.
I mean, leave women alone.
Yeah.
Stupid women, mind your business.
Unbelievable. I'm with you, Brian.
I mean, they get it from these men are always. I can't stand men who harass women in cars. You wouldn't give a man a finger. Or shout obscenities because you're afraid of getting your ass kicked. But you'll go and do that to a woman because it's a woman in the car and you can get away with it. Yeah. That's a punk-ass bitch. You got to treat everybody the same, no matter whether they're male or female, whether they sit down or urinate or not.
I'm going to get that on a T-shirt. That's a punk-ass bitch.
Punk-ass
Brian
bitch.
Holtzman.
Look at the hair on her, the red hair, and she was just 4 marriages. Look at this guy, this Elvis. She was the shit.
5 marriages. She was running through them.
That's crazy.
They were running through her.
No. Well, it's crazy that she was in an interracial relationship because back then that was really. You did that, and nobody talked to you
anymore. It was very hard.
Yeah.
You had to be very wealthy. Back in the day, if you had a mixed marriage, it helped to be very wealthy, or because that would keep you away from all the nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the people not minding their own business.
Wow, she really did have a big chest, huh?
40, I think 40 is the biggest one, right? It's
Wow.
40.
She could have went bigger if she wanted.
But they're hers, right?
Oh, so she went to Hollywood where she really got her start, and she talked to this guy, and the guy wanted her to do this, and she was like a little bit shy about it. She said, I'm paraphrasing the obituary. She said, "Oh no, they're too big." And the guy told her, the agent of the manager, and he says, "No, this is Hollywood. They're never too big in this town." Okay, the last thing is a little bit of poetry. We'll see if we can figure it out. Life is rather like a tin of sardines. We're all of us looking for the key. We're all looking for the key. All right, great. In the end, you suffer alone, but at the beginning, you suffer with a whole lot of others.
What?
In the end, you suffer alone, but at the beginning, you suffer with a whole lot of others.
You have friends when you're younger, and as you get older.
Some of them we can figure out, some of them we can't.
Yeah.
And everybody who doesn't want to die alone.
Yeah, those are real, Brian.
Yeah.
Whoa, there they are.
Whoa, that's before they started doing that landing strip business. Yeah. Whoa, look at those beaver shots. My God, I'm going to have to tell my sisters to watch this episode. Watch out for this episode, not watch this episode.
They're not going to see it.
But
it's just random pussy.
One of the symptoms of approaching a nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. Grief is the price we pay for love. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Abstainer. A weak person who yields to the temptation of defying himself a pleasure.
Ooh, I like that.
Happiness, quite unushered, can scarcely be called happiness if it has no taste. That one I like. Happiness, quite ushered, can scarcely be called happiness if it has no taste.
Do you want me to see?
Second to last.
Happiness. Oh, quite unshared.
Oh, unshared. Okay, that
Yeah,
now
if you
makes
don't.
sense.
But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Happiness quite unshared can scarcely be called happiness. Semicolon. It has no taste. So the idea that happiness that you don't share has.
Yeah, I understand it now that other word that I've butchered again. When someone recognizes you in a this one I love. You'll like this one, yeah. When someone recognizes you in a grocery store, nod briefly and become a cabbage. And that's the items of interest. Wow.
I like that.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
You guys did great.
Thank you. Did we make it okay for the other interracial couples after us?
I don't.
Set the bar pretty high.
And how are we doing on time?
Got some time left.
All right, let's do some questions and then we'll wrap it up. You don't mind answering some questions, do you?
No.
Let's do it.
These questions were, I guess, tailored to your situation. What is your best comedy experience? Good or bad?
Oh, what was my best comedy experience? I don't know. That's hard. I've had a couple of really great ones here in Austin. We did Santa Cruz on Sunday, and I went up there and just did something that I didn't know I was going to do for 10 minutes. And he was watching, and he knows my set. So when I came off, he looked at me, and he wanted an explanation, and I said, I have no idea what just happened.
But it went well?
It went really well.
Great. They fucking loved it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was because they put a song on when I went up. And then I just started riffing off of the song. And then I did a whole fucking 10 minutes about the way people dance these days. Then it was...
What was it about? Twerking, price of pussy.
Yeah.
Bunch of women's shit.
What's your favorite movie star?
What's that guy's name? Jack Nicholson.
Oh.
He comes up a lot on this
Yeah.
show.
How about you? Favorite movie star?
Who's that old-timey dude that we watched all his movies for a while?
Cary Grant?
No, not the other one. The one with the really ugly face.
Oh, shit.
Humphrey Bogart?
Humphrey Bogart, thank you.
Yeah, he was something else.
He's fun guy.
Reminds me of. Where would you go in the world if you had a free trip anywhere you wanted to go, fully paid for, everything you can think of? You wouldn't have to bring a dime or a nickel.
I do want to check out Greece.
Greece.
Yeah.
Fiji.
They say it's one of the most Fiji. Yeah.
My mom went to Fiji recently.
Yeah. She like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they say it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Greek, they say Onassis, you know that Onassis guy who married the Kennedy? He said the Greek islands is the most beautiful place in the whole world.
Yeah.
I want to check out the beaches there. Looks nice.
And you're both not Jehovah's Witnesses, is that right?
No.
Nope.
Do you know any Jehovah's Witnesses?
I went to college with one. He was one of my good friends.
We had one on the show once, and it was a train wreck.
Oh no!
Train wreck.
Why'd you try to sing him happy birthday and he freaked out?
It was just very uncomfortable once we discovered that he didn't even know if he was still involved in the organization. It was terribly.
He was confused as to his own well-being. And
if you won the lotto, what would be the first thing you would do, buy or do?
Get some farmland.
Farmland.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. How about you?
I'd probably take a trip. Yeah.
Do you hate your mother?
We don't have the best relationship. I don't hate her.
Oh, you don't have the best relationship.
Yeah.
What's the rub?
She implanted some poison in me, and then it backfired on her when it came to like my relationship with my father. Like one of the tipping points was when I went away for college. She sent me a text like the week before school started, saying that she wasn't like gonna help me with anything for it, and that was like a huge like rug pull because at that point I was depending on her and my dad for shit.
Well, she just said, "Tell your father to pay for college."
Yeah,
that was the message.
That was the message. Like, and then she didn't answer the phone calls for like 2 days. So I was like, you know what, fuck you too, and it's been downhill from there.
Troubling.
Yeah.
Have you been to counseling?
I've done 12-step for it, but I really don't want a relationship with her at this point. My birth mother, my stepmom, she's cool as shit, but birth mother's like, I'm really okay on that.
Fascinating. How about you?
Love my mom, but we're strained.
Oh, you're strained from your mom as well?
We have a strained relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the rub?
This one.
I broke up the family.
Families.
Wow. She have they met in person?
No.
Never.
She's deep in the culture, and the culture is very like, it's like being in an Orthodox Jewish community.
Right.
No one gets in, no one gets out.
You could do that Michael Jackson stuff, lighten your skin a little bit.
Jesus.
No, just to appease the family. Maybe that would help. Anything to get the family back together. Didn't Michael Jackson try to lighten his complexion?
Yeah, he did.
I got 2 people on my side, or 3 people in the family: cousin, little brother.
2 brothers. I got 2 brothers and my cousin.
I haven't met the big brother yet. We'll see what happens.
Asians, a lot of Asians always want to appear more white. They got these white creams they like to put on their face.
The best thing you could say to an Asian is that you have a very small head and very white skin.
What's with the small head part?
They just want actually small faces, I guess is what it is. They get surgeries to get their faces smaller, like shorten their forehead and shit like that.
Bring their hairline down?
Yeah, and then whitening their skin is really popular for some reason. So anytime I see an Asian, like I meet a new Asian girl, I always go, "Wow, you have very white skin and a small face." And Janice goes, "Shut up, Brian."
Well, did you know that Rita Hayworth had this dramatic surgery? Because everybody knows her for what she looks like now, which was very European beauty, right? But she was from Spain, and they thought she looked too ethnic. So if you pull up the pictures of her, do Rita Hayworth makeover. It's dramatic. The difference between what she used to look like. You're like, what? There it is. There's that first picture. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
See that? She looks like.
She also looks like she's got a lazy eye or something like that.
They did a whole, I don't know. They did a whole surgery because she looked like a conquistador's wife over there.
Right, like the buttocks, the woman selling the butter or something. The Indian.
Yeah, and then she looks they blonde. Look, she looks like she's from Norway on the right.
That's so weird.
Yeah, they fucking.
She had the best surgeon in the whole wide world, huh?
Oh, so did Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe didn't look like that.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she had. You can look at pictures of her in her youth. Marilyn
Do you think
Monroe.
she was murdered or suicide?
Oh.
What's your opinion on Marilyn Monroe?
I think she was killed.
Wow.
I think she worked for the CIA.
Wow. Jalen?
Yes.
If you were
Yeah, you see it.
If you were a famous rock star,
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, it looks like they did a little work on her.
Nose, cheeks, hairline, chin, all of it.
Do you think they were passing her around?
Oh yeah.
Honeypot, right?
Honey pot.
I'll dump a couple of them right now.
That's the high status.
Jalen, if you were a famous rock star, who would you want to be? Freddie Mercury, Liberace, Elton John, George Michael, Boy George, or Marvin Gaye?
He's gonna pick the black one.
Oh, he died a horrible death.
Yeah, that's.
George Michael got some good songs.
He
right?
provoked his father, I think.
But he was gay, so you'd have to take it in the ass.
I still don't know what that situation was. Whether he provoked his father, that.
I don't know if they're fighting over a girl or fighting over money. I forget the story too. Yeah, was Marvin Gaye the only straight one in that list?
No. They're all hiding the sausage from time to time.
That's why I like that Marvin Gaye is the last one and his last name's Gaye.
I'll have to go with Marvin Gaye. Yeah.
He's like, I'd rather get shot than take a dick up my ass.
How about you,
I'd probably be what's his face, George Michael. I mean, I'm already gay, so.
Okay.
Your grandma thought you were for a minute.
Yeah, my grandma thought I was like a lesbian.
What was your?
Because I kept being like, because I wouldn't tell her. I was like, I'm going away with my friend, and she'd be like, oh well, I hope you guys are sleeping in separate rooms. I was like, Grandma, don't worry, he's a black man. She was like, I liked it better when you were a lesbian.
Well, you're doing what you want to do, and I bet there are a lot of women out there that. Yeah.
What inspiration?
What was your fondest memory growing up? Something that just you can remember just like it was yesterday. Or the worst.
Fondest memory. No, I'll say the worst one. Worst one. I had to pee really bad, and we it was two families and living in the same house in California. I had to pee really bad. The bathroom was occupied by my cousin who was in there for way too long, and so we also weren't allowed outside because it was dark. So my bright mind, as like a 5 or 6 year old, was like, let me go in the back room where no one went and pee in the corner. Nice. I got caught instantly, and I got my ass beat. They took all my toys. They shipped it across the country to my mom. I was just in California, just like a lone kid for a year.
So sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Built character.
Jeez.
At least he didn't get molested. You imagine you ask somebody that story, like, well, it was the day my uncle came to my room.
So you don't have any fondest memory, you think?
That would take too long to think of.
Okay, then it doesn't come
we
right up.
We always remember the negative ones
Yeah.
more than the positive ones.
How about
I have a lot of, like...
What's your fondest memory growing up?
Anytime I didn't get beat, it was good.
Strict parents, huh?
That's what you call it. It's called child abuse, Brian.
Strict parents.
I love it. It's like strict parents, and you're just like, you got thrown against the wall. I guess your parents are pretty strict, huh? No, we'd go to the beach a lot when I was a kid, and I loved that. That was fun.
Did you ever have sex in the back of an automobile?
I got head and hand jobs. Yeah. Never sex in the backseat. Not that I can recall.
Did the owner know you had the car?
Funny story. My mom
How'd you
would
know
be
it wasn't
driving the
his
car. My mom would be driving the car while I'm with the girl in the back seat. And yeah, that shit happened.
Whoa. This is the stepmom?
No, birth mom. This is when I was still living with her down in Maryland.
That's a good mom.
She's out of it a little bit. She's a little bit out of it.
Have you ever had sex in the back of an automobile?
Yeah, but it was my car. So
trying to think.
Sex in the back of a car is so hot.
I did it in a rental once.
So hot. Something about doing it in a car, right?
I've been trying to do it in the car. She doesn't want to.
Well,
Have you ever been attracted to somebody else's mother?
Yes. Yes.
wow, that was quick.
Yes.
Wow, very good. And have you ever had law enforcement dispatched to your private residence?
Private residence? No.
Come on, and you swore in about
Private residence? Nah. No.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
You want to explain what happened?
That's another story of domestic abuse. I mean,
Oh.
come on, we know where this is going, Brian.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Then why did you choose the yellow pages?
I'm not a practicing Christian or practicing Muslim, so it felt wrong to swear
Swear
on
on the
either.
Bible.
Yeah.
How about, do you believe in God?
I go in and out. What's that? What is that?
Porn music.
What is that, horror music? Oh, God. I feel like I've been believing in God more in the last couple of years.
Do you like olives?
Oh, that's so random. Yes, I love olives.
How about you? Do you like olives?
No. Olive oil, but not olives, no.
That's a good guy.
And the last question, which usually gives us quite a bit of heartache and problems, is have you ever considered hurting yourself?
Of course.
You have.
Yeah. I'm an adult at some point in my life, yeah.
What was the circumstances around you, just trying to hurt yourself?
The way he says that.
I was just sad. I was definitely had it. The first time was definitely over like a girl. My grades were shit. Me and my mom started falling out.
First mom?
Yeah, first mom.
First mom.
I got options now.
Did your mother remarry?
Nah, never. She got engaged once, but she fucked that up.
How old are you, Jalen?
I am 28.
20. Yeah. See, it's generational.
What's generational?
The mindset of people who like consider hurting themselves. So every time we have somebody who's like under 30, around there,
Yeah.
they're always like, "Yeah, I've thought about it," but over that, everybody's like, "No, I've never done that."
So we all pussies? Like
No,
under
we're
30?
just we're
You guys had
overly sympathetic or like I don't know.
Yeah, you're a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, we're a bunch of bitches. I guess that's what it is.
The older generation just goes, I just gotta fucking deal with this.
Right.
I gotta get it together and deal with this.
I'm like, I just want to end it.
You imagine you're gonna be the worst dad. Your kids gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you pussy! I'll give you the knife."
Have you ever considered hurting yourself?
I've like wanted to die, but I've never like planned it or something.
Wow. I hope you get the help you need. And I hope you keep.
Wait, I thought that's what this was.
I hope you
Right.
keep an eye on him and
Aren't you gonna prescribe us something at the end of this?
take his shoelaces away from him.
Dr. Holtzman.
Well, this has been great. I am so excited. You guys, I had a feeling it would be a good fit to have you on Dead Air, and I wasn't wrong. You guys are just terrific.
Well, thanks for having us. This was a lot
Funny
of fun.
and open and honest, and I like the way your hair just flows off the top of your head like that.
You got a nice head of hair too.
And,
Yeah, you do have nice hair.
Do you want to plug it? Thank you. Do you want to plug anything, Zach?
Keep watching Kill Tony. Keep watching all the Death Squad secret shows. Yeah. Keep going to live shows.
You want to plug anything? Tell us where they can find you.
You can find me at Jalen Takes Photos. Also, JalenTakesPhotos.com for more videos and my content.
So say it again, slow.
Yes, sorry. Jalen, Jalen, takes photos.com or at Jalen Takes Photos on Instagram.
Great. So maybe now that you're in a new town, this is important that people let you know that you're available to do that.
Yes, I'm learning that. I
And welcome to Austin.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
And what are you going to plug? Anything you want to tell us?
you can follow me on my Instagram, which is Leonarda with an A. So Leonarda is funny. And we do sketches. I have jokes up there. And if you guys want the truth, just follow my story.
And once again, say that.
Leonarda is funny. So Leonarda is funny.
And that's on
Instagram.
Okay.
Thank you, Brian.
And Twitter.
And Twitter, yeah. But Instagram is where I'm more active.
Just
Thank
putting
you.
it out there.
Thank you both for being here. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Brian, what do you got? You got anything for us?
Just Secret Show every Thursday and Kill Tony every Monday.
Wonderful. Thanks, everybody, for listening. If you want any Dead Air T-shirts, they're at the Holtzman.store. And any other things you might want, follow me on Instagram and what have you. I will be getting a Patreon account soon. Look for that. And thanks for listening. Thanks, you guys, for everybody being here. And we'll see you next time on Dead Air.